What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Hot Seat, your Thursday night addiction. Thank you all for being here. We got a wonderful guest tonight, an honored guest, a special guest, a good-looking guest. Look at that sweatshirt. Son of a bitch. Thank you all for being here. Son of a bitch. Rookie move. My bad. That hasn't happened in a while, though. Come on, you gotta give me a break. So if you don't know, when we leave the chat on, it's actually showing what we're doing. There's a delay. So it happens. So my bad. Anyway, got a great guest tonight. Look at that sweater. He's ready for Christmas parties all the way around.
Let's rock
it. We got Andrew, the grill sergeant, with us today. So excited he's here. I see everybody in the chat. We got a lot of non-skippable ad. Nice. Got a lot of people in the chat ready to go. Kent, you want to say hi to the people, set the price for the night, please?
Yeah, I think we can do that. Welcome, everybody. Excited to have the grill sergeant, Andrew, on tonight. This should be a fun one for sure. I was thinking about doing the hobo discount tonight of $9.99 because I don't have to work tomorrow, but two others do. So we're going to make it flat $20 for tonight.
Oh, wow. That's a discount from last week.
Yeah, well, it happens.
You're such a giver right there.
Well, it's a holiday season. What do you expect? Come on now.
Right. Fair enough. All right. Before we get to Andrew, I want to say hi to all the people in the chat. I'm seeing my moderators, Keith Bettag's in there. I was always keeping score. Josh is in there. Let's see here. Dan for SmokeyGoodness. Hobo's in the chat. Can't wait to see oh my God. Yeah, Hobo put a hashtag in there. All right, let's see here. Pit Life Barbecue, Johnny Mag's in the house. Miss Boog's in the house. How you guys doing? Appreciate y'all being here. Guys, thank you for the super shot already, GT. We'll take it once we get rolling. Let's see here. Shout out to people in the chat. Again, thank you guys. Can't express our joy enough that you're here. We got Smokey Bears in there, Leon Girls here, Big Rome, Jeff LaFoe, Mega Fred Zeppelin's in the house, Jim EQ, Pickles Barbecue, Suburban Barbecue, who you said is up to 400 subscribers with not one stitch of content.
That's
God bless them. That is awesome. Let's see here. Mary Lazone's in there. How you doing, Mary? Bad Beast Barbecue. Daryl's in the house. What's up, Daryl? See your Culinary Undertaking, Bottle Cap Barbecue, GT again. Thank you again for the shot. Big Cat 305, Jacqueline and Dad's in there. Todd Greenholm Barbecue with Beer, Comparison Cooking, LT's in there. Jay's Rapping Barbecue. What's going on?
Nice.
Cooking is Bluegrass. I missed somebody that rolled by. I'll catch you on the next one. And in honor of our guest, Hungry Hussy, showed up today. Kent and I are rocking the Hungry Hussy wear.
Woo!
There's the back. It says good groceries. Mike Montoya's in there. Thanks again for the shirts there, Hungry Hussy. We got plans. We're going to get you back on for sure. Let's see here. I think that kind of catches everybody up. Cuff and stuff. Jimmy's in the house. What's up, brother? All right. Let's say hi. What am I, chopped liver? I said Josh. I did. You're just not paying attention. Cooking with Josh and Babe. You are not chopped liver, and no one puts Babe in the corner. So there you go. All right. Andrew, say hi to people.
Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm, so ecstatic to be on the show right now. This is honestly this is an honor. So, I can't wait to have fun tonight. So cheers, guys.
Right on. Welcome. I knew you're a little nervous, but, Kent's a nice guy. He only bites if you ask him. So your Uncle Steve Shakes in the house. What's going on, Uncle Steve? I actually used your thick meat rub today. I did a prime rib roast in the Ninja Foodie Grill. Actually turned out really well. Rick's Barbecue and Specialties. How you doing, buddy? Will Max Barbecue, Instagram guy, just kind of moving over to YouTube. He's actually booked on pretty soon. I don't know, pretty soon, maybe a couple months. But we got a lot of people coming up. We are booked through April now. So next booking will be into May. See the Sassy Kitchen Queens in there. Kenneth, what's new barbecue? What up, KC? How you doing, buddy? All right. I think that catches everybody up. Cooking with Corey, I guess not. It didn't catch everybody up. Guys, the super shot price tonight is $19.99 or $20, whatever you can figure out with a little slide thing. We appreciate any and all donations. Oh, that's it. Cooking in the Bluegrass. What's up? How you doing? Woodchuck's in the house. Zach, how you doing, buddy? All right. We'll get ready. If I missed you on the first go around, I'll catch you on the next one. Sarge, are you ready for these hard,
let's do this.
Deep questions? First of all, get your beer up. Got my Kitchen Queers shot glass. I think Kent got his too.
Matchy night.
Yeah.
All right.
So
you ready?
The GT. What are you thinking there? What do you got there, son?
Dude, so I got some Woodford Reserve right here. So
Attaboy.
Get
So
started.
cheers, guys.
All right, cheers, guys.
Feels good. The first couple are a little, you got to stretch a little bit. Excuse me. All right. Cooking with Corey's keeping it going. We got another shot ready to go. Get it poured. Let's go.
All right.
Hey, don't be scared. And if the shots become a little too much for you, because we are professionals, go ahead and switch to swigging beer, okay?
You got it.
Corey, cheers to you, buddy.
Cheers, man.
Oh, it's good.
Hold on.
Prepare your liver.
KC, is that better?
There you go, KC.
KC told me in the chat I needed to have a hat on.
All right, the Flattery Solutions podcast already dropped a super shot in there. You get ready, Andrew. I don't know. You got some Smoky Joe's Pit BBQ, one of our other mods. Jason B. Damn it, looking for a wrong channel. What the fuck? All right. Kris from Eastwood Farms, cheers to you. Thank you for the shot. Right on the mark. What up? Bushy Beto, Grumpus on fire. Well, we got all the heavy hitters out here tonight.
Sorry, Kenneth. Get warm.
Corey, until Kent tells me that you could be a mod, you've paid the price. I mean, I appreciate all the shots. Don't get me wrong. Canadian Jim's in the house. What's going on, buddy? Side Yard Barbecue. How you doing? All right. All right, cool. What up, Ed?
I would say if he puts another $40 in there, I mean, he's had to make 2 spam videos.
Mike, how you doing, buddy?
We might be able to cut him a little slack.
All right. So Corey, you're being extorted for $40 to get.
Hey, it's a discount. It was $100. Come on now.
I thought it was $130. I don't remember what. Big Frog Barbecue and Cooking. What's going on? I think that catches everybody up. I appreciate, Andrew, you waiting for me to finish out the chat. I'd like to recognize as many people as possible. We're ready to get going.
Right on.
Sear, let's start with a heavy-hitting question here.
All right.
Where are you from? Where do you live? Where do you reside? Where you grew up? All that good stuff.
So I was born in Burbank, California, and I'm pretty much still here. About 2 years ago, we bought a house right outside of Burbank in North Hollywood. So that's pretty much where I work and reside. Right
on. All right. Let's talk about family life. Wife, kids, dog, cat, ferret. What do you got?
Yep, I have a wife. We've been married for 10 years now. I have 2 kids, 7 years old and 4 years old. And then we have 2 dogs that are, German Shepherd size, and they're crazy. So that's pretty much our family dynamic.
Right on. All right. Speaking of, if freaking Corey, if any of the family wants to come in and say hi, they're more than welcome to come in.
Well, I'm actually broadcasting from prison right now, so
that's what we were wondering. I didn't know if you were at home or on work release or what, but
they could maybe look through the glass screen at me and be like,
the picture you put on Instagram is not doing.
I know, right? You look at it and you're like, wow, this beautiful mahogany desk that I'm sitting at, and this beautiful wall behind me, and then up close it just looks like I'm in prison. So
That's awesome. All right, so Cooking with Corey put his $40 in there. So I don't call that a twofer because he's buying his moderator status. So we'll give him one.
I agree. I'll do one for him, but
all right, Corey, make a comment so I can turn you blue. Sear. Yeah, we're gonna get drunk tonight. I kind of
hold on, CJ.
It is not a twofer.
No.
Are you gonna put them on out?
I want to do one thing before you turn them blue.
Oh, I love it. All right.
Love you, Corey.
Corey, in 300 seconds, we'll turn you blue, buddy.
Did you get timed out?
Yeah.
Drop the hammer, baby. Drop the hammer.
You got to do it.
Wants to be a moderator for $100 tonight. I'm gonna bring out the good stuff for Woodchuck.
Yep. Straight out of the bottle for Zach.
$100, straight to the head. Oh, Zach, thank you, buddy. That's awesome, man.
Hey, make him blue so I don't accidentally time him out too.
All right, cool. Zach, put another comment in there. Thank you, buddy.
I didn't mean to do it to Corey. It just kind of happened.
He didn't mean to. Yeah, right. All right. Sear. Woodchuck just made my PP shrink. There he is. There's the big heart. Zach, you're a sweetheart, buddy. Thank you. I love that we're buying freaking moderator status now. We've officially sold our souls. Huh, Sarge? Is it bad? We've sold our souls. It's bad. Add a little mixer there. All right, cool. You're from your job right now.
Yep.
What are you doing? You're not in prison. We've got that far.
Not in prison, disclaimer, not in prison. What do I do for work? I work in the film industry on the picture side. So normally when they're shooting, a movie, or if they're shooting a TV show, there is a photographer on set. We'll get those photographers' images basically at our studio, and then we'll, put them up so the actors and talent can see them. We'll retouch them. We'll make movie posters. So anytime there's an image taken on set, or for a special shoot for like a big movie poster, we pretty much have our hands on those images. So it's pretty cool.
Right. How did you get into doing that? I mean, obviously you grew up in Burbank. It's kind of.
Yeah, my background, when one of the first jobs I got out of high school, it was working as a graphic designer for a photographer. And so that pretty much I learned the skill sets of, graphic design and photoshopping. And then that pretty much, landed this job here. And it was just kind of like a entry level, can you know how to work a computer? And I was like, well, I also know how to, Photoshop and retouching. So after a little bit, it moved into a union position. So it worked out pretty good.
All right, cool. That's cool, man. I mean, you're living a lot of people's dream right there, man. That's a good, especially the people that grew up in Hollywood, Burbank, all that stuff, be involved in that stuff. That's freaking awesome. You're getting some funny comments in there for sure.
See, I can't see this stuff, so you're gonna have to relay something. I'm like,
no, Kent gets mad when I read the comments.
All right. You're right.
We have 50 in the chat right now. Joey B's in there. See, Dad Incredible Todd's in there. What's going on, guys? Kent will relay messages if you want.
CJ, here's the deal. If they're at me highlighted, they're off limits.
All right.
There you go.
I feel like you're setting all these rules on me, and I don't know if I can follow along.
Well, like it or leave it. You can quit anytime. I don't care.
I can quit anytime?
Yeah.
All right.
After this show.
Oh, okay. Not during the show. I just can't throw up in my hands and say screw it.
I waited 8 months to be on the show, so you can't cancel now. At least let's finish the show and then.
All right. Real quick, has anybody seen Leprechaun? Is he in the chat yet?
I have not seen him yet.
All right. When he jumps in there, give me a nudge. I want to give him some love. All right, Mega Fred Zeppelin always asks this question. It's his lifetime question. What kind of music do you dig? Do you play any instruments? Were you in any bands? Anything like that?
Right on. For instruments, I play guitar and I play drums. And so usually when I see, Todd from Dad Incredible and, Kris from East Wind Farms, when they do their drum offs, I'm like, right on. That is awesome. So, I definitely love rock and roll. As far as favorite bands, I'm a huge fan of Tool. They just dropped their album, a few months ago. So that's pretty much on repeat. So yeah, pretty much that. And then if I just want like music to, either work to and just kind of like zone out and work, it's usually like, either like some like techno or some dance music and stuff like that. Just to, zone out. But yeah, I definitely love rock and roll music.
That's awesome. I think you'll get a lot of thumbs up in there. Kent, you want to go ahead and read that one from Zach?
Yeah, he says, I have a slot in January. If you're on the waiting list and want to bid for an earlier start, the bidding starts at $20.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I love it.
Well, hey, I look at it this way. We get enough people interested and it gets back up to 100. He gets his money back for the night.
Right on. Hey, that's cool. Tom Horsman, how you doing, sir? Good to see you in there. All right, Corey is back. All right, hold on real quick. Sorry, Sarge.
That's all good.
Corey gets his blue wrench finally. I think it's been a solid year. I think we give him some love. All right. One last question from me, and then we'll turn it over to Kent. Let's talk about the name of your channel. Obviously, we talked about it. You're not a sergeant. So let's talk about how you came across that and how you made it happen.
So the where I work, we work with just at least I work with a bunch of creative people here, and so there's one guy that he'll help film a lot of my videos. So if you've seen that, like if you've seen that parody video that we did, where everything's in slow motion, and that's one of the guys that I work with. And so we were spitballing this idea of, starting a YouTube channel mainly with barbecue. And we were throwing out names like Grill Cosby and, just different, so when he said, Grill Sergeant, it was like, taking the form of like, you can, yell at your steaks. And so it was kind of like an idea that we just like, okay, let's just go with Grill Sergeant and let's just see where it goes. So, yeah, that's kind of, my friend at work kind of helped me come up with that name. But I think half the fun is just being creative and coming up with a name that is just, I don't know, I'm a dad, so I love dad jokes and I love puns. And so, the funnier that, I could, play around with stuff. So I don't know, I like, I like play on words. In fact, actually, I just about maybe 2 hours ago, I bought a website domain, and I'm so shocked it wasn't taken. It was netflixandgrill.com instead of Netflix and chill. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. That's not taken. So so to me, I live on that. Like to me, I just, anything that's like pun related or joke related, I'm all about it. So that's pretty much how we came up with the name.
Yeah, that's cool. Is he the same or the person that helped you do that music video that I was so excited about? The Old Town Road thing.
Yeah, so he's more behind the scenes. He's an amazing video guy. This guy is currently he's being flown out to Vegas. He's doing photo shoots. He'll work with Snoop Dogg and he'll work with all these huge names. And then so I actually get kind of lucky if I can be like, can you help me shoot something? I'm a nobody. So but so it definitely helps working with coworkers who are in the same field and interest. I mean, even the lighting provided. Another coworker was like, "Oh yeah, I have these video lights you could set." I'm like, "Wow, dude, this is
very cool, man."
It's very cool working in the film industry. So definitely,
that's awesome, man. All right, Kent, you got a couple questions to take over with?
I see Kent laughing. So man,
Hussey put in there pudding pops.
I know, right? Yeah, for Grill Cosby.
See, I wasn't thinking Grill Cosby. I was thinking more like Grill Clinton. because you don't have the complexion to pull off Cosby.
I did not grill on propane, I swear.
All right. Yeah, we got a pretty good list of questions here. One from our newest mod that I'm going to wait for a little bit on that. But Big Rome, Barbecue Empire wants to know, what is your favorite thing to cook on the Weber?
Probably on the, if we're talking about the Weber 22, I like doing 3-2-1 ribs with the snake method with charcoal. That to me, by the time we start eating into those ribs, that's the, I love it. It's the best ribs I've ever had. And if it's the larger kettle, which is the 26, I usually like doing tomahawk steaks on that just because, you can fit the whole thing on and you can reverse sear it and they turn out really good. So yeah, either tomahawk steaks or 3-2-1 ribs.
All righty. Pickles wants to know, what's your favorite sauce, or do you make your own?
Whew. Yeah, I'm not so much of a sauce guy. Usually when I do steaks, it's just simple salt and pepper. There was one time where I attempted making a barbecue whiskey sauce. And when my wife came home, the whole house smelled so bad, like vinegar. And, she walked in and wanted to throw up. And she's like, never again. You'll never make barbecue sauce. So I took a stab at making it once. And yeah, I'm just following, one of those Pinterest recipes, and the whole house smelled like vinegar. And yeah, since then I was like, you know what, we'll just stick to, salt and pepper and keep it simple. So.
What are you seeing in the chat there, man?
I'm sorry, Todd from Dad Incredible just put in there, that's a Bill Cosby sweater he's wearing.
Oh, hey, Todd, hold my cigar, okay.
All right, Mr. Tom Horsby, put a super shot in there.
All right.
Hey, Tom, I didn't see him sneak in. Hold on, I got to pour one.
Well, while you're pouring, LeprakonTV's in the house. Let's give a shot and congratulations to Lep. He became a grandfather tonight.
Oh, congrats,
little baby boy. So congrats,
number two. Number two.
Nice. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, again.
And cheers to you, Tom.
Hey, one more, Lep. You catch me. All right. Where the hell was I? All right. Let's see. Big Rome wants to know, what's your favorite seasoning to use barbecuing?
I play, right now what's funny is, I've started this channel, back in March. So I'm kind of still in the experimenting stage. So I'll try, all different kinds. There is one that it was kind of like some seasoning that it had I think it had bourbon in it, but yeah, I'll pretty much use that on my ribs for like a rib rub. But Kent sent me some of his sweet heat, so the next thing I'm going to try is definitely going to be Kent's sweet heat rub. So yeah. So right now I don't have one that it's like, oh, here's my or here's my sponsored pitch at saying this is what I prefer. So yeah, right now it's just experimenting. But yeah, there is there's one that it has some bourbon seasoning in it, and it's pretty good on the ribs. So I usually stick with that when I do 3-2-1 ribs.
Well, Uncle Steve is saying, say it in USS. Uncle Steve Shake. He's got it in there.
Hey, dude, I can't wait to try that out too. So definitely.
I tell you what, that thick meat he has.
That sounds so bad. When you're talking about Uncle Steve's thick meat, I mean, come on, dude. In my video I shot today, I'm like, it is a really thick meat, and Uncle Steve has some good thick meat rub. I'm like,
oh. I tell you what, when I seared that elk steak with it, oh my Lord.
Woo!
As this guy would say, it was good groceries. Let me tell you. So, all right. Smokin' Joe's Pit Barbecue. Andrew, money is no object. What smoker or cooker are you buying?
You know, I have my eye on that new Weber pellet smoker that's coming out. I think that thing is cool. Yeah, I definitely the ability to smoke and sear in one go. That's cool. I know that a lot of people are debating right now, like, oh, you can do that with any smoker, but I don't personally use pellet smokers, but that one would be pretty cool to have in the stable.
I kind of want one too, man. I see it, and it's like, dude, I wasn't interrupting. Don't.
He flipped the pen.
You took a breath. I could jump in there when you.
Go take a break, asshole. Let me do my job.
Woo.
All right.
You do what? Screw you.
Oh.
All right. Back to what we were talking about, Andrew, before we were so rudely interrupted.
CJ.
Okay. Corey wants to know, why haven't you blown up a turkey with a bullet for him?
They're not on sale. Like, so a lot of, I'm just a small channel, so I have to wait for sales and stuff like that. So next time there's a sale on turkeys, I will blow up a frozen turkey for you. I promise, man.
Our turkeys are on sale right now, 39 cents a pound.
Ship me one, all right, Kent? Come on.
Yeah, I'll do that.
There you go.
All right. Speaking of your background and how it looks, Pickles wants to know, what's your favorite prison food?
What's my favorite prison food? I don't know. I've never. I haven't spent a lot of time in jail before. So yeah, I'm at a loss for an answer right now. So.
All right, fair enough. Let's see. One more from Big Rome. He wants to know, who is your camera operator?
Ooh, okay. So for the majority of the videos, it's pretty much me and a tripod and doing 3 takes for every step that I do, which gets tedious. But when I have my coworker helping me, which you've seen in like the music video things we'll do, and if you see any like tracking motion and following, that's pretty much my one of my coworkers. Yeah, he's pretty much helping me with that. So the video looks really, really good. It's probably my friend at work helping me. If it's all just still shots, then it's pretty much just my tripod helping me out.
So the parody to the Old Town Road, that was your coworker helping.
Yes, that was, that. But it was so much more than just a coworker. It was like I sat down with a friend who I know who's a music producer. We went to record that in studio. So for me, I'm just like, this is all new, and so that was definitely a cool experience. So that one was that was a lot of hands involved in that music video.
All right. Since we're on the prison theme.
Oh gosh.
Hungry Hussy wants to know, what would be your prison name? I think that's a fair question.
Let's see. So does it? I'm wondering if it has to be barbecue related.
I think it would be like Peaches.
Gosh, I would probably be the cigar holder. I don't know. Maybe it'd be the drill sergeant. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, good Lord.
Well, it could be. You never know. Especially if somebody gives you
the cause.
Tits on your back.
What Steve said, the cause.
Yeah. Let's just hope that I never have to figure out what a prison name is. So.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Okay. We're getting into something a little bit different here, because Jim at Suburban wants to know, where did you learn to weld? It's a good trade to have.
Where did I learn what?
To weld.
Oh, well, what's funny is if you actually, it's all just quick shots. I don't know how to weld, and so I pretty much know how to make metal semi-stick together. And what's funny, LeprakonTV called me out on that. He's like, I'm assuming he's a welder, but he was like, man, those welds look like crap. And to be so truthful, they were like, what you didn't see being filmed was, I'm welding it together and the metal will be like, and I'm like, son of a, like, So I have so much footage of me just like literally throwing that grill thing I made, just, you know, throwing it across the yard, be like, this stupid blah, blah, blah. So I don't know how to weld. And what I did learn was pretty much just watching YouTube videos of how not to blow myself up. And I pretty much know that. And I know how to make metal somewhat stick together. But, you know, I look at professional welders and how they do it, and there's such finesse to it. And for me, if you rewatch those videos, it's just quick shots because I do not know how to weld. That's all just smoking.
Okay. Well, at least you're honest about it.
Hey.
So
I love it.
Send me all the specs of everything you cut, and I'll weld it up.
Oh, there you go. What kind of
And
weld?
I'll use it on a video, because the next question is from Pickles. What else did you cook on that Santa Maria that you built?
Right on. As far as the Santa Maria that I built, it was just that one tri-tip. So yeah, and what's funny is that normally when we barbecue, of course, at the end of the video, you cut into your meat, and whether it tastes mediocre, whether it tastes amazing, you're still like, hey, this was, you know, really good. But the tri-tip that came off of that Santa Maria style with the mesquite wood, that was one where I even told, you know, coworkers the next day, I was like, that was hands down the best tri-tip I've ever had. There was something about just cooking it over mesquite logs, and the flavor on that was out of this world. So yeah, that tri-tip was definitely a game changer. So I'm excited to grill on that again.
I love that Santa Maria thing for sure.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's very cool.
Definitely. All right. That is all I have at this time, Mr. CJ.
All right, guys, again, if you have questions, at Daddy Dutch BBQ. All right, we got a lot of people showed up while you guys were talking, so I'm gonna give them all love. Emilio Acuna is one of my buddies. He's in the chat. Frag Daddy's in there. Weekend Warrior BBQ. View to a Grill. Son of a Pizza Man. Raspberry Rock. One of our moderators, Easy Bake Barbecue's in there. He's going to be putting the links to Andrew's channel. If you guys aren't subscribed to the Grill Sergeant, make sure you make it happen. Get subscribed. It's almost to 1,000, about a couple hundred off, right?
Yeah, almost there.
Almost there. So let's help them get there, guys. Everybody in the chat I recognize, so you're probably all subscribed to us, so don't worry about it. Let's see here. Simple Man's Barbecue, Food for Men, Bruce, how you doing, buddy? And Papa Texas in the house. What's up, PT? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you in there. If I missed you, I'll catch you on the next go-around. But we have quite a few people in the chat. We got 55 right now. Looking good. Dead Broke Barbecue, what's up, Ricer? How you doing, buddy? All right. Let's kind of go to the channel questions now. Let's talk about what made you start the YouTube channel and how long has it been since you've been doing it? I know it's relatively new.
Right on. I started the YouTube channel, I believe it was back in around March or April. And it's pretty much what got me into barbecuing was actually woodworking. I love, working with wood and, just figuring out. Usually when I pick up a hobby, I like to learn, everything about it. And so one of the last hobbies I picked up before barbecuing, it was woodworking. And my friend had given me this Weber Genesis grill. It was a grill from like the 80s. But what I liked about it is had these wood slats on it and a wooden handle and this wood under storage thing. And I went to, when my friend had given me this thing, he's like, oh, it's old. So I set it up to use as like a smoker. And I went to download an instruction manual to see, if I need to get burner tubes or something. And I saw a picture of this grill that I was given restored. And I said, oh my gosh, that looks beautiful. It looks like, retro 70s with the wood and the grill. And you don't really think of putting wood next to a, grill because, whatever. But, right. And so my idea was, okay, well, if I want to try woodworking, I can try to restore this grill. And so, so I went on, basically I Googled like a Weber, kettle, group or whatever, to see if I can get any help on, if someone's tried to do this before. And so I found a group called, I think it was like the Weber Kettle Club. And these people were the nicest people that I've ever met. They, I was like can I buy a bracket that broke? And, because they don't make it anymore since it's from the 1980s. And I had 3 people say, I'll give you the bracket. You don't even have to pay for shipping. And I was so blown away because, pretty much whatever niche you find, if it's in, photography or if it's within this, it's, a lot of people guard their secrets and a lot of people but something about the barbecue community, I was like, these people are awesome. And it was such a, kind of a revelation in that everyone within the barbecue community, what's better than just hanging out, barbecuing, and just talking as friends? And you don't bring up, politics, and you don't bring up stuff that people fight about. It's just, we all share one common interest in that food on the grill tastes amazing. So these people kind of changed my mind about barbecue in the aspect of like, well, this is a really good group. So after I restored this grill, it looked perfect. Even Weber contacted me and was like, oh my gosh, this looks like it came out of our factory. And so I posted a photo saying, here's my grill finished. I'm cooking, some deer steaks on it. But I would see everyone cook on kettles. Well, I've never cooked with charcoal before. And, so I commented in like, okay, is charcoal that much better than propane? And people are like, and so exactly. Right. And so, so people were just like, dude, if you try cooking on one kettle, sadly, you'll never use your propane grill that you restored again. And that has been true. It took one, I think the first thing I cooked was a few ribeyes on I picked up a kettle, cooked a few ribeyes on it, and that was like game changing. Flavor out of this world. I made burgers, and it was like I tasted burgers for the first time. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to try all the meat in the world because now everything tastes so much different. And then you get to experiment like, what does charcoal with wood on top of it taste like? Oh my gosh, it's amazing. So that's pretty much what kicked off this YouTube channel was kind of a discovery into how amazing barbecue is and the science behind it and the passion behind it and the community behind it. So that's definitely, pretty much why I started the channel. Now there are hundreds and almost thousands of barbecue YouTube channels. And so for me as like a new person coming in, okay, well, I could do what everyone does. So if you want to learn how to cook a tri-tip, there's already 10,000 videos on how to cook a tri-tip. So I think in trying to find my own little niches, I would mix barbecue with comedy and just try to take that route. And so far, that's definitely been helpful and successful for the show. So it's pretty much going out to here.
Yeah, I think you're right. I definitely think you're onto something for sure. I've noticed that your editing skills are really, they're excellent, especially for being new in YouTube. You have a great personality behind you. You're obviously a pretty funny guy, so I think that's going to serve you well for sure.
Thanks, man.
All right. Let's see, Soul Food Cooking, Robert and Barbara, how you guys doing? Good to see you. All right. You haven't been doing it very long, but, because one of my questions is always what's kept you on the grind. But is there an end result for you? Are you looking to, get your Food Network show? You're going to get paid. What are you looking to do on this?
That's kind of like, I don't know. I've always been told don't put all your eggs in one basket. And so, I'm always just trying to like, let's just open up a door and see if there's an avenue. I have lots of friends who they have their YouTube channels and, they have, 75 to 100,000 subscribers and they pay their mortgages with, on YouTube and stuff like that. And to me, they dedicate 24/7 to do that. And, I still have a, full-time job. So it's kind of like a mix of both. So if I could kind of set something up now, still work my career. And by the time I retire, maybe have something just to then fall into YouTube full-time, who knows? But I figure might as well just hit the ground running now and, see what happens. So, I don't, I already in doing this, I've had, people, being like, hey, can I, do you want to try out some rubs and review them? And I think today I got hit up by a new charcoal brand saying, hey, we saw your show. Do you want to try out some of this new charcoal that we're working on? It's like, cool. So to me, I don't know. I have no idea where this is going, but it's kind of it's exciting to see it open up. So who knows, man.
I agree. That's that. When you're new and you're getting that free stuff, And, I think Hobo one time got offered a bamboo shower bench.
Oh,
So that's fun.
right on.
It's exciting. And then eventually you'll get to that point where you can charge for reviews or charge for product placement and all that stuff. So, we're all friends with a lot of big name guys, and it's amazing what can be done.
Yeah.
Eventually, you gotta have the stick to itness to get it done, but you could actually do some big things for sure.
Yeah.
While you're chatting, we got a super shot from Cooking with Corey. Felt like the $40 wasn't enough, so he dropped another 20 in there. So Corey, cheers to you, buddy. So, all right. So you're not. Your Lawrence Quest, how you doing? Good to see you. It's not like you've been doing it for years and years and years, but you've been in the game a few minutes now. What would be one piece of advice you would give a new YouTuber?
Yeah, I would say, pretty much find your niche, find something that makes, what you do unique. And you're not gonna hit it within your first video. You're not gonna hit it within even your 10th video. But after a while, just keep on putting out videos. A lot of people get so caught up in making this huge production over one video, and just researching a lot of, even YouTube will say, care more about just putting videos out. And the more you do that, the more you get into a rhythm of editing and, being comfortable in front of a camera. And so definitely, just find a niche. What's funny is I have a YouTube channel I started, we're talking like when YouTube was just around, like we're talking maybe 2006, 2007. And it was just like, cool, it's a platform where I can upload videos for free, so I can personally watch them again and to have kind of like a free storage account. And but it wasn't a niche. It was just like, oh, here's a video of me walking through the park. Here's a video of my son riding a bike. Here's a video of me testing out a new camera. So since it was all over the place, it was like, it didn't go anywhere. And so, hindsight, if I knew that, just have it focused on one thing. If people are into barbecue, have it be strictly barbecue. So whatever your niche is, just definitely just stick to that. And and then basically just find the community. I think it was Montoya Mike. He was the one that kind of showed me, like, dude, hop into Cooking with CJ's channel and meet other people that are, as obsessed with barbecuing as much as you. And that was a helpful hint, because then, okay, CJ, hi, and I'm watching these live streams and just meeting these awesome people. And then you establish, all these friendships, and I don't know, it's very cool. Definitely. I really do truly cherish the barbecue community here on YouTube. So,
and you hit on the point that, we stress quite a bit on the show it's the community.
Yeah.
It's every, you talk about how it's like 24/7. For the most part, this we talked about it. It's a second job for me.
Yeah.
A lot of effort into it. I do a couple of videos a week. We do the show.
Yeah.
Live streams, whatever. Always available to chat with people when they need help, whatever. Yes. And I don't always want to do it. Let's be honest. Like Thursdays, there's times I don't want to freaking get up to get doing this. But, once I pour that drink and the lights kind of come on and we're having our little chat, 20 minutes before, then it starts getting, and then I get fired up, and then we start seeing people in the chat, and then it becomes less the job and more the community and the fun. So I'm with you. I saw a couple people in the chat. Josh said meeting awesome people like him. Yes, meeting awesome people like Josh and Ben. Professor's in the chat. How you doing, Professor? Once I see the professor, I get excited. Exactly. You're talking about niche, having a niche. One thing I learned is niche down just to the minute, like your comedy barbecue, your funny barbecue, that's your niche, right? And we talk about it, like Greg from Listic Barbecue, he's the hamburger guy, man. His hamburger videos.
Yeah.
I jumped on the Ninja Foodie grill.
Yeah.
Do I want a freaking indoor grill for the rest of my life? No, but it's getting views and it's pumping up my channel.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do everything I can make on that fucking grill. I'm going to do it, you know, and barbecue outside and throw a video here and there and there. But, you know, you niche down if that's what you're trying to do.
Yes.
If you're just trying to have fun and you want to do what you want to do, then you do what you do. And you'll grow eventually and it all works out. But, you know, some people have different goals and that's the way it's going to be. Sorry, I went on my own little tangent there. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's all good. I'm like, I need a break. Good Lord.
All right. Couple more questions on my end. Keith Bettag will laugh at this because he's always, what's this editing you speak of? But one of the questions everybody asks is, what do you film with and what do you edit with?
All right. So within the film industry, we use these, you know, $100,000 editing machine. I'm totally kidding. I use iMovie, and a lot of people, you know, they trip out. They're like, oh, you know, I could never do what you use. And it's like, do you have iMovie? Because I'm using.
That's what I use.
Yeah, right. Who has an iPhone or who has a Macintosh? It's free, like, you know. So yeah. So the for editing, I use the iMovie, and for filming, I'll use either, you know, for the main part, it's on I have a Canon, it's a digital DSLR, it's a Canon 5D Mark IV, and sometimes I've taken, you know, iPhone video and, you know, spliced that in. I try to keep it very simple in my workflow, so I'll try to just use one camera. And if I need to do multiple takes to kind of look like it's a seamless 2-shot, that's what I'll do. But yeah, pretty much, you know, for editing, you know, it doesn't take more than an hour to put together maybe a 10-minute video. Yeah, no, true. You could spend all day, you know, using these, you know, Adobe Premiere and all these color tweaking things, but again, YouTube algorithms, they just want to see how much quantity you're putting out and less, you know, and less quality. I will say the only caveat was that music video we shot, that was, I had a professional editor and he uses Adobe Premiere, and he, you know, spliced that up in a professional software. But, you know, usually my normal videos that you see me either just, you know, in front of it or grilling, and it's just static shots. Yeah, it's just iMovie. So keep it simple.
Someday I hope to have that second camera, so you're not doing the double take type things. It's time to upgrade that iPhone. So too soon, you know, just 2 cameras just rolling, dude. I can't wait.
I told Pickles Barbecue, because he was like, oh, your videos are nice because you have a camera. And I'm like, all right, next video I do, I'm going to film it exclusively on an iPhone and with iMovie. So no excuses on, oh, it's the gear. It's like, no, just, you know, it's definitely the, I don't know. My
iPhone 1080 high def, man. You ain't losing much on that.
I know. Yeah, the iPhone by itself is just, it's amazing, the technology that, you know, phones went from, you know, you can make, you know, phone calls and texts, and it took horrible, crappy 4K low resolution video that wasn't worth any good. But now you have iPhones that shoot 4K, 60 frames per second, slow motion, you know, 200, like my iPhone can do a better job of slow motion than my $5,000, you know, DSLR can. It's like,
right.
Oh my gosh, that's insane. So definitely the technology's there. I would say that my only, you know, advice, you know, and just another thing, just in finding your niche on YouTube, is also just like in editing, you know, yes, we want to get our video to 10 minutes long, but if you're like chopping onions, like, dude, someone just needs to see 1 or 2 seconds of that. They don't need to see like, okay, I'm going to do 3 minutes so you can watch me chopping onions. It's like, no, not interested. Like, so I try to keep my videos, you know, like cut, just keep it flowing, keep it interesting. And that I found helped a lot as far as just keeping viewers interested and stuff like that.
Right on. I'm with you. You know, we already talked about, you have the Weber kettle, but what other cookers do you have out there? What are you using?
Right on. It's primarily Weber's. You know, I don't know. I think it was I used Weber kettle to call their customer service, and I think when I got the 26-inch kettle, the lid which is a big bowl. Like, I mean, it's ginormous. When I was making the video, assembling it, I'm putting the lid on, and the lid didn't sit flush because during shipping, I guess, to Home Depot, it like crushed the side of it. So I'm like, oh, that stinks, you know. So I contact Weber, you know, customer service, and immediately they're like, you know, sorry about that. You know, new one's on the way. Really? Oh, okay. Thank you guys. You know, and do you want me to ship out the old one back to you? No, it's all good. Oh, wow. Okay. This is great. And so I've had to call Weber customer service, not all the time, but every time I have, they're so customer focused that it's like, you know what? Okay, that's fine. And I know a lot of people complain about like, oh, well, the new Weber pellet is, you know, a few $100s more. Yeah, but you know, when I call, you know, their customer service, dude, I'm so loyal to Weber just based on how well they treat the customer that speaks volume. So I'm definitely going to prefer someone that, you know, treats me as the user definitely good. So it's primarily, you know, I have, you know, Weber. I have a 22. I have a Performer. I have the Weber Go Anywhere charcoal. I have the Weber Jumbo Joe. I have one of those. I think it's made by Charbroil. It's like the egg shaped. You know, it's kind of like the knockoff version of the big green egg. And then, you know, pretty much just a few other, you know, old school like grills that I pretty much even never used on the show. But yeah, that's the only thing I don't have yet is one of those like pellet smokers yet. But
you know, go back. You know Justin from Baby Back Maniac, right? You watched. Yeah. Okay. Go back, and if you ever want to see like a testament to Weber's customer service, a year and a half ago, maybe even 2 years, I don't quite remember. He had an issue with his red Weber kettle.
Okay. And
the president of Weber actually ended up calling him and hashing out the details or whatever the issue was. So it's a good one, man. That's I agree. You pay for the customer service. You pay for the quality, obviously. Sometimes paying a little extra is worth it, you know. So, all right. So that's my my little bit. We're coming up on an hour right now. You still going strong?
Woo-hoo, let's do it.
Nice. All right, Kent, can I bug you to do a little work tonight?
In a minute.
All right. So how's it going? How about the main? All right, Angels or Dodgers?
Let's go. We got to represent LA where I'm from, so let's do Dodgers, man.
All right. Well, it's been a good interview. I'll talk to you later. I grew up in Orange County, so I'm a big Angels fan.
Right on.
All right, go ahead, Kent. Are you ready? You stretched? Warmed up?
Sure. Why not?
Sure, why not?
Why not? Come on, Ken. Where's that energy that you first had?
There's no energy out of Kent tonight. I'm feeling a little low from him.
Well, you know, I was answering a very long question right when you're like, hey, are you ready? And I'm like, nope.
Nope.
My buddy Jason at Easy Bake, he said sweet heat isn't good as Uncle Steve's Gator Shake, and I'm a little heartbroken right now.
Do you want me to get rid of Jason? Do you want me to take his moderator?
He's one of our best mods. You can't do that.
All right.
Jason, you're an asshole. But
nice.
You're an asshole in a good way. All right. Son of a pizza man, Enzo wants to know, Andrew, if you were a pizza topping, which one would you be?
Oh, man. If I was a pizza topping, I'd be I don't know. I would be would be like just all-American topping. I don't know. Who knows, man? Maybe a buffalo cheese pizza. I don't know. So I definitely, what's funny is actually that was one of the last meals I had. We went to a mom and pop pizza shop up the street. So we had buffalo chicken cheese pizza. That was charcoal and wood smoked. It wasn't one of those like, microwave oven. Like they did it right. So it was like, all right, that's cool. So it would probably be like a buffalo chicken pizza.
Wow. Uncle Steve says, depends what it's on. I need some sweet heat. Uncle Steve, I will call you about that. I got a couple things. I actually Papa Texas has encouraged me to do, and I want to talk with Steve about it. So,
good idea. Hey, Keith Bettag, we were talking about Angels and Dodgers. Keith Bettag just brought up a point. Major League Baseball just made it okay for marijuana. No more getting in trouble for smoking the reefer. No more getting fines for the devil's lettuce.
Are you kidding? I hadn't heard that yet.
No, actually, I remember hearing that too. Like if they use it like medicinal style, for pain relief and whatever, anything could be classified as medicinal right now. They just use it.
All right. Are you done? Can I continue, sir?
Can I finish? Can I finish?
No. Are you done?
Good.
Okay, thank you. I thought you were on your union break. I'm sorry. All right. Dead Broke Barbecue Ricer wants to know, Andrew, where the hell did you get that sweater?
We just did about a week ago. We did our Christmas family pictures, and so in prepping for the live stream tonight, I was like, all right, what do you wear? Do you just wear a simple T-shirt, and then I guess kind of going on with the niche comedy thing. Since we're in December, it's almost Christmas. Let's just throw on an ugly Christmas sweater and just stick with the whole comedy bit. So that's pretty much where I got it.
I like it.
All right. Now, I have a question from this guy right here. The Hungry Hussy wants to know, and you got full range to run with this question. He wants to know, Andrew, if you have a Blackstone.
Well, I just, on one of my, I think second to last video I put out, it was assembling a flat top griddle. I look at all your videos. I'm talking, everyone that, puts out these, these flat top griddle videos. And yes, Blackstone is, pretty much what the majority of you use. And so I work right across the street from Home Depot. And so they carry Blackstone, and they carry, I think, this brand called like Next Grill. And I had gotten a gift card for Home Depot, and they had like a Cyber Monday deal. Unfortunately, not on the Blackstone, but on this alternative. But it was next to nothing. It cost me like $50 to buy this, this 2-burner flat top griddle. So don't have a Blackstone yet, but since at where I work, we have this print lab. And so I can print decals for grills and stuff like that. So I print, a fake Blackstone logo, and I put it on top of the on top of the knockoff. So I'm like, at least I can hang with the cool kids if I have, the fake, name brand on it. But yeah, not Blackstone yet, but I am happy to season and break in this flat top griddle.
It was, I laughed my ass off because that was your closing shot. This is Blackstone. And all you can hear is the camera fades out is, now I can hang with the cool kids.
Yeah.
While you were putting that sticker on, I lost it. I thought it was awesome.
Right on.
So, well, hey, at least you're in the the flat top community.
Yeah, and from afar, you'd never know that it looks like it's a Blackstone grill. So I'll fit in with you guys in no time. So that sticker you made looked cool. The little orange flame. I know it's not exactly the same, but if you were glancing, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's Blackstone." Yeah,
that's true. All right. Corey wants to know if you can show him how to sear a duck breast.
How to sear a duck breast? I don't know. Usually when I cook, I do the reverse sear. So I'll have all the charcoal stacked to one side. And so usually if I'm searing something, it's at the end of right when it's about up to temperature. And then I'll put the meat directly then over the hot charcoal, which is like 900 to 1,000 degrees almost. So that definitely helps with the sear marks. But I don't think I've ever cooked duck before. So that's something I need to try.
Right on. All right. Mike Montoya is back in the business. 29-29 because Mike Montoya is from 29 Palms. So cheers to you, Mike.
Cheers, Mike. Welcome back, buddy.
Welcome back, dude. So glad you're here, buddy. Oh.
All right. You ready? You ready for about 6 more hard-hitting questions?
Let's do it.
All right. Pickles wants to know. I'm going to just ask this while it's on the screen. Do you make logos and intros for other people?
I do, actually. Since we're in the, I use Photoshop probably 8 hours a day for the last 20 years now. And so I definitely, and it's usually like people won't even ask. Like I'll just see like, if say, someone's, always coming to the stream and always, helping out and being a good moderator. I was like, you know what? Their logo could use a little, sprucing up. So I'll kick people, logos. But yeah, definitely, Pickles, if you need any help, reach out to me, man. You got it, buddy.
Gee, I'm glad it's Pickles you thought of first. What a jerk. All right. Jason from Simple Bands wants to know, what do you prefer, baby backs or St. Louis cut?
I prefer St. Louis style. And I don't know why. I think that's just what I started with. And so usually when the first time I did 3-2-1 ribs, I believe it was like a Rec Tech instructional video on how to make ribs. And they're like, get it to 250 and use St. Louis style. And so I kind of followed their recipe and how they did it. And since it turned out so good, sure, I can maybe experiment with, I think I've done the ribs where it's like the St. Louis and then they have that extra. So it's like a big fat rib, but it's kind of hard to fit a few of those on a 22 kettle if you're trying to do the snake method. So to me, the St. Louis style is, the perfect size to fit. I think I can fit 2 on the 22 and then 3 on the 26 without having to use that like rib rack thingy. So works for me. So yeah, St. Louis style.
Well, the thing I found out, the biggest thing is St. Louis cut. It's a longer rib. It's a meatier rib, and it's more forgiving for competition style. Baby backs have a lot tighter window when they're competition ready.
Okay.
So the St. Louis cut, you get a little more leeway. You can play with it a little. So
that's good to know.
All right. Big Rome, what is your favorite California barbecue restaurant?
Well, so we're talking about barbecue restaurants.
Yep.
There is a place maybe about a mile away from where I work. It's called Wood Ranch Barbecue. Yep. And they have some pretty good barbecue there. A lot of times if we're working on a show and it turns into, hey, we have to be here till 10 or 11, our company will, just say, you know what, buy whatever you want. And so, so we kind of like to experiment with all the barbecue joints. And so we'll order ribs from, this restaurant or this restaurant. So, we were surprised that there was this BJ's, which is, known for their deep dish pizzas. We ordered, I think it was baby back ribs, and we both looked at each other. I was working with a coworker, and those were the best ribs that I've ever had. It's like from a pizza joint, like you would think like, oh, this is like, okay, just a side order that they offer just in case someone wants it. And they were so, so good. So yeah, between either, BJ's Pizza or Wood Ranch Barbecue.
BJ's Pizza has great pot roast too. Don't sleep on that.
Definitely.
And they have a great brunch too. We used to go there and watch football games, sit in the bar, get schmammered, and then freaking eat, eggs and whatever.
When I was about 15 or 16, the first job that I had while I was still in high school, it was actually working at BJ's. So so it's so funny on how, now it's 20 years later, I'm coming in here and ordering food and just looking around. It's changed so much, but their beers are, they'll brew them themselves. They're pretty good, and the food's good too. So definitely, it's good stuff.
Right on. We got Cookie with Kirby's in the house. Harmon Heat just dropped the $2 super chat. So thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Kent, I'm sorry to interrupt. My bad.
Flip the pen. I'm just kidding.
The next question I have for you is from Russell from Raspberry Rock. And he wants to say, Andrew, if you had to make whoopee with Roseanne Barr, what would your last meal be?
I'd say steak well done. I don't know. That would be such a miserable experience. So why not eat something bad too? I don't know. That's horrible, man. Ugh. No way. No, thank you, man.
Right on. Hey, Easy Bake putting the 29.29 in there for Mikey. So thanks a lot, Jason. Yeah,
I read that one question. I had to ask it. I thought it was hilarious because, you know, unfortunately, and Corey, this is for you. I saw that comment. She used to be married to a guy from Iowa City, Iowa. Tom Arnold is from Iowa State. So, all right, CJ, how many more you want me to ask?
CJ, come back to us, man. Come on.
I got a treat for you, CJ. Come here.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sticking right there. You can ask a couple more. That last meal question is one of the questions I asked. So hopefully your answer is better than.
Well, if it's followed up with like who you're gonna have sex with, and then I'm like, oh, that just put. Oh.
Yeah, you're gonna be miserable. Might as well.
If it's just the last meal, oh man, oh yeah, then we're moving into good territory. But.
Oh hey, my favorite subscribers in the chat. Louis Calamides is in the house. What's up, Big Lou? How you doing, buddy? You feel like correcting me, Kent?
No, because I saw him on Dashes last night, and I put Louis, Calamietus, Calamides.
Oh,
so, yeah, I'll let you slide this time.
Josh said he thought I was his favorite subscriber.
Yeah,
it's true, Josh. You're right up there, bud. All right, go ahead, buddy.
All right, I'm writing another question down. Hold on. All right, Jason Bushibato wants to know, when are you gonna let your coworkers try your barbecue? It could lead you to cook for big stars. For example, Harry Sue cooked for Keanu Reeves.
Ooh.
I mean, you're in the industry now.
That's right. As far as feeding the coworkers on, I think it was I know we were off on July 4th, but on July 5th, my company asked, hey, can you bring out your smokers and bring out your barbecues and can you barbecue for for our company? And so, okay, all right, sure. So I brought some smokers over, I brought some kettles, and we did burgers, and we did a bunch of racks of 3-2-1 style ribs. And so everyone, their facial expressions were the same as when I tried charcoal, meat the first time. It was just like, this is insane. It's so good. So it was definitely cool to feed all the coworkers. But the one coworker that helps me film, definitely that's kind of like the perk of like, hey, you'll work for food, literally. Like, you're filming, all these barbecue shots, and dude, we'll chow down on, Wagyu and all these, exotic meats. So it's definitely fun.
All right, Backwoods Gourmet channel is here. We can officially get started. Scott's here. Thanks a lot, buddy.
What's up, Scott?
Oh,
all right, next question. TJ, Culinary Undertaking wants to know, what's your favorite beer?
Ooh, right on. And hey, TJ, favorite beer, I would say favorite style would be IPA. And a favorite beer is not something that you can buy in the store. I do home brewing, and I grow. I have a few trees in my backyard, and so there's this hybrid fruit. It's basically a hybrid between a grapefruit and a tangerine, and they call it a Tangelo. And I'll basically make a Tangelo IPA, and it is. I've made maybe about 10-gallon batches of this stuff, and I'll bottle a few, I'll keg the rest, and it's by far the best beer. Best flavor IPA. But yeah, as far as something store bought, pretty much I'm good with any IPA.
Okay, that works. I used to drink beer, but I get too full on beer, so that's
yeah.
So I drink this stuff.
See, with IPAs, usually IPAs range anywhere from like 8% to 11%. So, instead of like, I have to drink 8 beers, you could drink 1 or 2 IPAs and be like, I'm good.
So Shane is in the chat. Never trust ski chef. He says, sorry, I'm late. There was an updrift and he couldn't land. God, I hope that's funny. I hope that's true.
Well, it probably is.
That's awesome.
That little paramotor he's on.
Yeah.
He basically has a weed eater strapped to his back with a damn chute behind him.
That's insane, man.
Yeah, it is. And I tell you what, but if you watch the footage that he puts on there, it's some pretty cool views of what he's doing.
It looks fun, man. It does. It's fun.
Yeah, it looks fun right until that motor quits and I got 300 pounds crashing towards a gator in the swamp.
Exactly.
No. All right. I'll ask one more. I'm going to throw it back to CJ. This is more of a comment than it is a question. Russell at Raspberry Rock said he can tell you're not a true chef because you are 200 pounds too light.
I know, right? Yeah. What's funny is, that's, I look at, some of the channel names like, never trust a skinny chef. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to, I guess I have to stay in the game for, a few more years or, to catch up. But, yeah, I try to balance, the barbecue and the beer and, so on Monday through Friday, usually for our lunch break, that same guy who helps me video will basically hit up the gym. So I try to basically have a balance to it, try to, I'll work out and I'll run Monday through Friday and I'll eat and drink whatever I want, come the weekend. So, I try to find that healthy balance, but yeah.
Okay, back to you there, boss man.
All right.
I mean, the guy obviously works out too much to get a full figure like you or I.
I know, man. Get some protein shakes.
Yeah.
Get a bag of Doritos and sit there and watch some Oprah.
So this is a protein shake Woodford Reserve, so it's
that bottle was full when we started, right?
Uh-oh.
It's nice. All right. We talked about what inspired you to get this thing started. Do you have a signature dish that everybody wants you to cook for them now? I mean, you've been doing, on that Weber or whatever.
Yeah, I would say the, if I'm grilling for, coworkers on nights where we have to stay, overtime, I'll bring my kettles here. And, I love doing, the tomahawk steaks. The local, butcher grocery store that I go to, they actually have a dry aged section. So you could literally go to them, and say, give me, a dry aged tomahawk. So it's kind of cool that, I don't have to, prep all this stuff. I could literally go to them, grab dry aged Wagyu or tomahawk steaks, and, the company's paying for it. So, okay, I don't care how much it costs. And then grill it right there. So yeah, usually, if I get, if I'm bringing my kettles, the coworkers will either, they'll, kind of the big three are either, Wagyu tri-tip, dry aged tomahawk steaks, or or just straight Wagyu ribeye. So
right on. It's always good to be having having a butcher together for that type of stuff for real.
Yes, definitely.
Should get them to sponsor you, man.
Yeah, right.
All right. One thing I did forget, and I forgot last week also, but
Yeah, you did.
I'll remember right now. There we go.
Hey.
You got some. Yeah, there you go. I'm sorry, I forgot about it last week, but my bad.
That's brand
We got a couple royalty guys in the house. We got Big Lou's Barbecue in there. How you doing, Big Lou? And James from M. McClamo.
Brother James.
I always butcher his thing. Why are they putting numbers in the chat?
Because they're trying to figure out how many times I adjust my glasses. So now I'm doing it like obnoxiously to see if they can keep count. Because Corey's an ass. Take his moderator away from him.
Just put him in timeout, okay? I'm just kidding.
You can't put moderators on timeout. That's why he did it before I made him a moderator.
Yeah. That's right.
All right. Let's see here. Uncle C, I've been watching for a while. It seems like this is the first night that almost everyone big is checked in. You know, the only one who we're missing right now, that I've noticed is T-Roy. T-Roy is usually in there, gives a quick shout out. Papa C's Barbecue Kitchen. What's up? Cheers to you, buddy. All right. Now, you showed off your Woodford Reserve. Is that your go-to drink if money's no object when you're out and about in the world?
Yeah, I would say the one time back when the owner of the company, when he was working here, I think it was Johnny Walker. It was either blue or green that was gifted in, whatever. It was like a $300 bottle of Johnny Walker.
It was blue. And
it was the smoothest, whiskey I've ever had. But I have found that, Woodford Reserve is definitely, it's very smooth. It's very good and very smooth. If money's no object, I don't know. I mean, it's crazy that when you look at the store and some bottles go for $5,000-6,000, you're like, I can only imagine, what that tastes like. But yeah, so far I found
unless you have like a real discerning palate, it's probably not worth spending money.
Exactly.
But I will tell you what, I love Johnny Blue, even though Josh says it's gross. Johnny Blue is one of my favorites. And then
Josh is a friggin' snob.
He is a snob. Yeah. I had a loan officer one time send me some McCallum 21 and $700 bottle of booze right there. And that stuff that'll light something on fire for everybody.
Nice.
That'll change your life for sure. But I love Crown, so I mean that's what I'm into. And
hold on, I gotta interrupt you for a second.
Yeah, sure.
Brother James, I told you to use it sparingly. That's all I'm gonna say.
What's that? Oh, you're talking to James. All right.
Yeah, he used the sweet heat on some wings. He said, and his mouth's on fire.
Woo. It's good stuff, man.
Nice.
It's funny is Josh, I'm not comparing it. I'm just saying one was good. I enjoyed the other. Just calm down, or I'm gonna put you on timeout. Because Kris from Eastwood Farms, he was right. I can still put moderators on timeout. So there. Don't be questioning me on my show. All right. Let's see here. Got a new question. Only one person has been asked it. But zombie apocalypse happens. What's one item you grab from your kitchen, and where do you go with it? And it can't be a knife. Knife is too easy.
What's one object I grab from the kitchen, and where do I go?
And where do you go to hide?
I would probably say, well, are we talking about like cooking related or defense?
We're interviewing cooking shows here, man. Like, yeah, dude. You're not gonna
okay.
You're gonna take your bar stool. I mean, get your business.
If I could only bring one thing right now, it would be Kent's Sweet Heat, so I could try it out before I die.
There you go. That's an answer, right?
That would be the answer. So it would be Kent's Sweet Heat, and then I would go into my man cave where I have my reloading presses and everything, and I'd lock the door and hope for the best. So and I can finally try it out. Maybe I try it out on some like zombie meat. Be like, hey, I have a really great recipe.
That's awesome. There you go. That's a good answer right now, and it put a smile on Kent's face. So there you go.
Hey, I accomplished two hit it out of the park with 2 things. So right on.
You know, I'm waiting for the day that somebody says I'm going to take Justin Timberlake because even zombies hate him.
Oh,
Just saying.
hurt feelings.
Ouch.
Why you gotta hurt feelings? Sear, a lot more comments. Sweet heat zombie. I like it. All right. So here's our play all for the people in the chat. So get ready. If Hollywood, and don't say Bill Crosby, if Hollywood were gonna make a movie about the Sarge, your channel, life, whatever, who's playing the Sarge?
Who is playing the Sarge? You know, he'd probably be, you know, overrated, but I'd probably pick Jim Carrey because ever since Dumb and Dumber, I'm like, dude, this guy is so funny. So I would pick him if money were an object.
I like it.
You know who he looks like a lot, and he's out there in California.
Who that?
Sean Evans from the Hot Ones.
Oh yeah.
Sean Evans from okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
we got
a lot of people.
I like it. A lot of people in the chat. We got Justin Timberlake, of course. Someone's got to put that. Mike Judge, Ron Howard, Alexander Skarsgård, Kyle Busch, Gary Sinise, Alan Alda. That's a stretch. Jim Carrey. I like that answer. Ed Harris, Chevy Chase. That's Jason Statham. Get a little beard going. You'd be all right. Shaun of the Dead, dude. Is that I don't know who that is. Simon Pegg. Is that what it is? Aaron Paul. There you go. I can see that. Pretty bad.
That's a good one.
Actually, I've heard about that. Usually when Facebook would do that, like, oh, post your doppelganger, everyone would say, you know, Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad. So I'm like, all right.
Woody Harrelson. That's all right. Jamie Foxx. No, not Jimmy Fox.
No.
Monica. Anyone named Monica. I like it. Skinny John Goodman, maybe. All right. That was the most answers we've gotten off of that question, I think. Let's see here. All right, cool. Let's see here. All right, 3 channels you watch. 1 big, 1 small, and 1 you think should be bigger.
3 channels I watch. 1 big, 1 small, and 1 that I think that should be bigger. Now, I remember when I watched Cooking with Rexy, this question like totally, you know, stumped her, you know, because it's like so many channels, you know, flood to mind. What's funny is a big channel that I watch, you know, that I like a lot would be Cooking with CJ. Hey,
hands down the best answer ever.
I don't have a 1,000 subscribers, so anything above that is like, oh, I'm not worthy. Right on. But no, I mean, I know within the barbecue community, you know, I really like what T-Roy Cooks puts out. Usually, if I need, like, you know, again, I'm new in this, so if I'm like, I have a Weber Performer, how do I do a chicken on it, or how do I do a turkey, or how do I do ribs? It's like his videos just pop up, like, and with all the information I need, I'm like, that is insane. But you know, then in a question of like a small channel, he was in here earlier, Ryan with Bluegrass. I talked with him back and forth. He's definitely a, you know, I don't know, I think he has maybe like 25 subscribers, but his stuff's pretty cool in that he works, I believe I think he owns his own Wagyu, you know, cattle ranch farm. So the stuff that I've seen him put out, I've been trying to, like, you know, kind of encourage him and, you know, kind of say like, hey, you got something good going on here. And then as far as just, you know, someone that's growing, this is where, you know, 15 channels come to mind. So it's definitely hard to peg one. You know, I would literally, you know, comparison cooking, Peggy with, you know, Off the Grill, you know, Eastwind Farms, Dad Incredible, you know, Camp House Barbecue. Like, there's just too many. Like Cooking with Rexy, there's just too many. Like, it would be so hard to pin if I think the other day I tried to write down a list of like, oh, who would I even peg as like this middle channel, and I got like 30 deep, and yeah, it's so hard to pin that one down. But I pretty much, within the barbecue community, there's maybe 100 to 200 that I know and follow, and they're all just good people. So that was actually the question I was fearing most of the night, because I'm like, there's just too many. I can't narrow it down just to 3. So pretty much everyone that's in this chat right now, that count yourself as the middle channel, definitely. So.
All right, cool. It's all right. Corey said that I make the 30. Suburban barbecue is the obvious choice, correct?
Of course. Once he puts out his April 1st video, then he can make it in there.
Suburban barbecue is culinary undertaking said, thanks, Dick. That's not it.
Come on, CJ.
See, you're gonna hurt feelings.
I know. See.
All right. If you could cook with anybody in history, alive or dead, who would you want to cook with?
Would I cook with?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'd probably bring back Anthony Bourdain.
Yep. That's a great answer right there.
That would be cool. That would definitely. He seemed, what's funny is working within the film industry, we actually get to go on set sometimes, and we get to work with, oh, there's a famous actor there, and there's an A-list actor there. And some that you like idolize, and you think you're like, I've been a fan since a kid, and they just turn to be the biggest jerks. And there's some that, you're like, whatever, and they just turn to be the sweetest people. But, just watching Anthony Bourdain, I think, that he was definitely, you never know, everything's behind the camera, but he seemed authentic. So yeah, I'd probably pick him.
All right, cool. Dutch, I sent you a message. You want to check it out real quick?
Yeah, I saw it pop across. I can't answer you because you sent it via text.
Did I?
And I'm using both texting devices currently.
I sent
no, that's good.
All right,
Hold on. What's the date next week?
19.
That'll work.
All right. Let's see here.
So can I make the announcement then?
Yeah, that's fine.
So next week there will be no hot seat. CJ has a previous obligation. So we are going to go live on my channel, and you can ask me any question you want that pertains to CJ, and I will give you my best answer. How's that?
I'm not excited about that.
Yes, his hat is too small for his head. I will put that out right now.
Says who?
Yes, Joe, he is naked from the waist down, normally every show. You're correct. So,
all right.
But yeah, there's no hot seat next week. Plan on going live, and we'll have a little chit chat, see what's going on. Maybe cook something on the Blackstone.
All right, sounds
Black Stoned, like somebody has, and we'll go from there. So,
Blackstone Light. All right.
Blackstone Light. There you go. I like that too. That's cool.
I'm gonna ask one last question. We'll send it back to Kent for a little bit. Who would be on your personal Mount Rushmore? 4 people you love and admire. Go.
It would probably be my family. My wife and my kids, and maybe one of my dogs. But yeah, they're definitely they're the reason why I strive and keep going. And they definitely maybe half of Kent's face.
No, I'm disappointed. I didn't get to use my sign.
What? See, hey, I said it.
Yeah, we always have to remind everybody, and there you break out wife right away.
I'd put the family, but then I'd also at the bottom of the mountain, I'd have CJ like lying down, like, hey.
Oh, you're my favorite guest so far. I'm gonna throw it out there.
Oh boy.
All right, Big Lou says he's home. He's safe at home. Have a good night, buddy. Take care.
Yeah.
All right, so I have one last question. So Kent, why don't you finish up your list, and then we'll finish this up.
Okay, we got a few for you, Andrew. So, Jason, Easy Bake Barbecue, one of our mods, wants to know how many Ninja Foodie products do you own?
How many Ninja Foodie? At the moment, 0. But you know, after looking at all CJ's videos, I'm definitely itching towards getting one. So yeah, nothing yet from the indoor cooking.
I'm expecting a Ninja Foodie grill for a Christmas bonus, but you never know. We'll see.
Would you actually?
All right. View to a Grill. Johnny wants to know, what's your favorite Netflix series?
Interesting. For Netflix, I'm more of a Disney Plus, kind of guy. So instead of, Netflix and chill, I'm more of like a Disney Plus and thrust kind of guy. So
I've never heard that, but God bless you. That's awesome.
But it feels like, I don't have any time to sit down. But as far as Netflix, I feel like, with that, I'm more of a, Amazon Prime or Disney Plus. Like, I love that Mandalorian series. And on Amazon Prime, there was a series called Man in the High Castle that, normally I don't get into TV shows, but that I was like, oh man, this is a really good show. But so far, Netflix, I don't know if on Netflix it was that OJ versus the People that just came out. My wife was watching it, and I watched a few episodes with her, and that seemed pretty cool. But yeah, so far we're Disney Plus and thrust.
I love that. I watched the Bourne show on Amazon Plus or Prime.
Oh, nice.
That one's a very good show.
Yeah.
Sure. All right, go ahead.
That answer really threw me for a loop. All right. Right on the Mark wants to know, what do you think is the best to clean your Weber grill grates? What product's the best?
The trick answer is you don't. You let the gunk of the previous food. I don't know. Usually, I'll just give a quick wire brush thing, but yeah, usually whenever I see people saying like, what cleaning product do you use? It's mainly like, just heat up some charcoal, and when the grill grate, gets hot, throw a brush over it, and whatever's left on it will just season your food. So I just, stick with that, just a wire brush.
Yeah, fair enough. That fire does a lot of cleaning on its own.
That's right.
All right, next two are a couple more comments than they are questions, but Jay's Brappin Barbecue says, forget Golden Road. He wants to drink your homebrew.
Oh, there you go. What's funny is with Jay's Brappin Barbecue, when we were right at almost 200 subs, we told each other, we're like, when we hit 200, we're going to meet up at Golden Road, because we're both from, LA area. And since then, it's been like, back and forth on Golden Road. But definitely, Jay, well, I'll hit you up on that when the trees are ready. Definitely.
Yeah, he had mentioned the 200 subs in there too. So, and Jeff from Northeast Beast LaFoe says, when he grows up, he wants to be able to edit like you.
Hey, maybe I'll teach a class on how to use iMovie, which is the most simple program out there that I've seen. So. Maybe one.
Good. I could use a little help.
There you go. I'll help you guys.
All right.
I like Jason's Easy Bakes question right there.
Did I miss it?
He just asked it right now.
I like Papa Texas. How long has CJ been wearing little hats?
As long as I can remember, because I've had a big head. And extra large too.
Dang.
I'm looking for Jason's. I don't see it.
He says,
hey, you can ask it when I'm done.
Here, you know what? I'll put it on for you. There you go.
Oh, geez.
Who will win the Masked Singer? That's actually a really good question. And I think Booger went to bed. I mean, she'd probably be the authority on that.
Do you actually watch that, or is she just giving you shit for it?
I do not.
Me?
No.
No, Dutch.
Oh.
I love it. I think
I
it's
love it.
hilarious.
You watch it every fucking week. I love it.
I love it.
The wall.
Right on.
So,
That Nicole Scherzinger chick, God, she's an airhead, but she's.
oh yeah, she is. She's Jenny McCarthy Wahlberg's no better.
Look at.
Well, you ain't gonna kick either one out of bed for eating crackers. I know better than that.
Neither you and Robin Thicke, I wouldn't kick him out yet. Like, is that too much information?
Yeah, I'm more of the Oriental flair. I'd go for Ken Jung.
He's pretty funny. I like him.
Big Kent, little Ken. Just saying. All right. Big Rome wants to know, Andrew, do you have a Weber tat? If not, will you get one now that you're in jail?
Wait, hold on. A Weber what?
Weber tat.
Oh, a Weber tattoo. Ooh, that's interesting. That's, you know what, I've contemplated it. You know, I have a few tattoos, but yeah, nothing. I don't know. I think, to me, what's funny is, you know, I was talking about how I got into cooking with woodworking, and so I usually hop from, you know, kind of like, you know, I'm into this, and then I'm into this, and so, you know, if grilling and barbecue sticks, then, you know, maybe I'll contemplate getting a Weber tattoo, but yeah, I don't know. I've contemplated it. We'll just leave it at that. Maybe.
I like Mary's hashtag right there.
Robin Big Meat.
Robin Big Meat. Just a shout out to Uncle Steve.
Oh boy. Oh, Mary. Go back to Russell's chat. That's you're crossing the line there, darling. Actually, Mary's funny.
Hilarious. I love that. Tummy stick.
All right. Let's see. Question for Andrew. This is from Russell at Raspberry Rock.
Uh-oh.
This is like the third thing I've asked for him tonight. He better be nice to me tomorrow night. You're about to fall into a red hot barbecue. What do you sacrifice? Your face, your hands, or your torso?
Probably the torso. This is the moneymaker right here. So yeah, we'll do the torso.
Yeah, and if these are matted up with gauze, you can't cook with them, right?
That's true. You know.
Amongst other things.
All right, fair enough.
That's
all right. Two more. Pickles barbecue. What's your favorite sandwich?
Favorite sandwich. I've always been a fan of maybe like a pastrami sandwich. I'd say, yeah, there's something about, you know, I'm a huge fan of pastrami, so it'll probably be a pastrami sandwich.
Well, that's fair enough. You can't go wrong with pastrami.
That's right.
So, all right, the last one is from Jimmy at Cuffin Stuff. He wants to know, of the videos you put out, Andrew, which one is your least favorite?
Least favorite. You know, what's funny is there's one where it was the first time I was using the Weber Go Anywhere, which is a small grill. And so I had my kids with me, and we grilled a filet mignon on it. And I don't know if it was just a bad cut of meat, or if it was because it was the first use of the grill, and maybe there was like plastic residue that was still burning off. But that meat tasted so bad. You know, I remember I'm looking at the video footage, and I'm cutting it up, and we cooked it perfectly. I like to cook my meat to medium rare. We cut it, cooked it to medium rare. I served it up. I had my kids there, and I have on video, which never made it to air. He tastes it, and he literally spits the meat out of his mouth. And I'm just like, and I'm tasting it too. I'm like, oh God, this is horrible. And so I think I ended the video of like, splice it up to where it's like, that was good, and then let's just call it a day and cut it. But I do enjoy the videos that I put out, but that stands out as one where normally barbecue off the grill is coming out amazing, but for some reason that filet mignon on the first use of the whipper reformer, that was nasty.
I could see that if there's shipping oil left on the grates or something.
Yeah. Oh, it was bad.
All right, one last one. Well, two last ones, I guess. Jason Easy Bake wants to know, on a cheeseburger, egg or no egg?
I would say egg. And I tried, from LA, you have all these, you have hundreds of thousands of, burger joints that try to stand out and be different. And I remember going to this one, and I think with a burger and beer, it came out to almost $30, which I thought that was, almost ridiculous, but it stood out as one of the best burgers I had. And they did put a over easy egg on top. And to me, I was like, I don't know if it was just because it was so different, but yeah, that definitely was very good. I enjoyed that. Not the $30 part, but the definitely the taste was there.
All right, I had one more. Okay, Jimmy Q wants to know, on a hot dog, ketchup or no?
Hot dog. What's funny is I'm usually more of I'll put chili and cheese instead of ketchup. So I'd say no to the ketchup.
Good answer. The only ones that deserve ketchup on a hot dog is if they're under 10. That's my rule.
There you go.
So, all right. That's all I have for you, Andrew. Hey, great job tonight, pal.
Right on, man.
It wasn't that bad, was it?
It wasn't. I think I overstressed for no reason. This was, it feels like it's only been like 10 minutes now, so this was a breeze. So
what did I tell you last night when you called me?
I know.
Have a beer, relax. We're gonna have a good time.
Oh, that was awesome, guys.
All right, back to you, boss man.
All right, cool. All right. Sorry, I'm answering a comment real quick. I think one question I want to know, since you're so cowboy, In-N-Out, best burger ever?
I would agree with that statement.
Attaboy.
In-N-Out is delicious. So.
Truly Californian right there. All right. Last question. Who would you like to see on the hot seat?
Who would I like to see on the hot seat? It would probably be. Ooh, this is a hard one. Either Kevin from Culinary Cooking or TJ from Culinary Undertaking. Those would be my two.
Well, Culinary Undertaking just said Whataburger, so he's out.
Oh,
So the other one, reach out to me and we'll get you on.
Yeah.
All right. Guys, if you ever want to come on to the hot seat, all you got to do is reach out to me on Facebook. There's no parameters. There's no nothing. You just got to wait your turn, basically. Hey, Dan's Outdoor Cooking. He's been on before. How you doing, buddy? So, again, there's no parameters to come on. If you want to come on, all you got to do is reach out. And then, obviously, wait a few months because we're that cool. Anyway. All right. That's it. That's the last question. So, Kent, you want to say anything on the way out, buddy?
Andrew, great job. You killed it, son. You did great. I know last night when we talked, you were a little nervous, but I told you it's a BS session, and it's for CJ and I to be able to put you out there and more people to get to know you, and hopefully you get a little uptick in subs from this. So
right on.
So there you go, Colonel. Great job.
CJ, to be honest, I was calling Ken. I'm like, please, just give me a few questions that I could, I was stressing out way too much over this. And yeah, this has probably been the funnest night ever. So I'm definitely, that was a lot of wasted stress. So tonight was really awesome fun, man.
I think it's funny that everybody gets so stressed out to come on, and it really is just a chill thing.
Yeah, it absolutely is. It's true. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna treat you right. You know, no one's got a hard time here. So,
when I was talking to you last night, Andrew, I told you how many subs I had when I went on the hot seat with Hope.
Yeah, I got two.
The one thing I failed to tell you is what Hobo told me. He goes, I'm not there to make you look stupid. I'm there to help you.
Yeah.
And I forgot to tell you that last night. I think that probably would have set you at ease a little better. So,
Yeah.
And just for the record, I don't need anybody's help to look stupid. I'm just saying.
fair enough. Hobie's Garage Barbecue just jumped in a little bit late, but I appreciate you being here, unless you've been here this whole time. Beer Champ Barbecue said he subs to you, Grill Sergeant. So, guys, if you're not subscribed to Andrew and the Grill Sergeant, links down below. Hit show more. As always, links below for all of our moderators, Kent, myself. Make sure it happens. All right, guys. Like we said, next week, I have a prior engagement that I cannot miss. It's a work function. So Kent will be doing a live, and he will be asking or answering fun questions about myself. Please be nice. Realize that I do a lot, and I love you guys, so don't be mean on me.
Hey, wait a minute. You telling them to be nice on the questions they ask, or me to be nice on the answers?
A little bit of both. Lockett's
Yeah.
Kitchen and Grill.
I know you're barking up the wrong tree. I'm telling you.
I'm sure I'm barking on the wrong tree from you and the chat, but either way. Dave Murphy, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you in there. I'm sorry we're finishing up right now.
Hey, Kevin Lockett stopped in too, CJ.
I just said hi to him.
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. Maybe I don't listen to you.
You don't at all.
Hi, Kevin.
It's all right. Kevin, how you doing, buddy? Kevin, we need to get you on here. You just come up the road and just do it here live.
Amen.
Right. That's it, guys. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful next week. Andrew, you did good, son. I appreciate it. I don't know why we both are calling you son, but you're probably our age, but it's cool. Appreciate you being on, man. You're done good for sure. All right. So, and you're doing great. Your channel, you're gonna blow up. I see it happening anytime soon. So, appreciate again you being here, guys. Kent, wonderful job as always, brother. We're gonna call it a night. Take care, everybody.